Hey guys, Gardner here. It's a really beautiful morning. It's Thursday, March 10th, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning right now. And it's frosty. And there's just, there's just a layer of ice on everything. These Mahonias, they got a layer of ice on it. Still just a beautiful time in the morning. But that's all gonna change, folks. That's all gonna change. Because come Monday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, we're not gonna be out walking around in the garden, starting our day, with a cup of coffee and, just a nice, peaceful time to collect ourselves and to begin our day. Oh no, because it will be dark after, the powers to be force us all to change time and somehow magically make the days longer. Even though, the sun doesn't care what we do. That doesn't change the length of the days, because the days automatically start getting longer, as we approach summer, and the days just naturally get longer. Come Monday morning at 7 a.m., it'll be dark, and there's probably kids at the bus stop right now. It's daylight, it's light out. But come Monday morning, they'll be at the bus stop at 7 a.m. or whatever time that they're supposed to be there. And I guarantee you, it will no longer be light out. It'll be dark. There will be kids standing at the bus stop in the dark. And, that makes sense to the powers to be, to change the time and to put the kids in the dark. And I mean, it's just a scientific fact, it's just a statistic that, the day after daylight savings time begins and everybody changes their clocks, there are more accidents, there are heart attacks, strokes, it's our circadian rhythm. Disrupt our natural circadian rhythm, which goes by the sun, the rising of the sun and the daylight, and we're more in tune to the natural environment. You gain an hour of daylight in the evening when you should be, winding down, and you've already put in your day's work, and it's evening, and it should be starting to get dark, and you should be winding down. But no, you extend the daylight in the evening. But the only thing you do is you lose the daylight in the morning. You should be getting up with the daylight. I would think morning people, the people that like to get up early and greet the day and enjoy the morning hours of daylight, I would think that they would not like it to be dark out in the morning when they get up, because they get up because they like the morning and they want to greet the day and they want it to be daylight, not dark. Anyway, that's my little rant about changing the time. I really hate it. I really think it's unnatural. It's very much unnecessary. It's just not normal. And we should stay on normal time, standard time, all year long. We should not change the clocks. I don't know. I say leave the clocks alone. Anyway, all right, we're going to revisit this come Monday morning at 7 a.m. and see how we feel about it then. All right, folks, we'll see you then. All right, bye-bye. Morning, folks. Good morning. Gardner back, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm grateful and thankful that I put in all these outdoor lights on the trees and that sort of thing. It's 7 o'clock, and it's I don't know how it looks on camera. It might look a little brighter than it normally would look. You know, it's 3 days later after the time change, and after, you know, now I guess we're on daylight saving time, but we're not saving any daylight, if you ask me. I mean, it's dark out. It's early, it's dark. As you can see, we just got, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of snow, and it's freezing cold. It's well, it's 16 degrees out today, Fahrenheit, and yep. At 7 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you know, at my old job, you know, we used to be there at 6:30. We used to get onto the job site at 7 o'clock, and so when the time change happened, we would get to the job sites and at people's homes 7 o'clock in the morning, and it would be dark out. You know, I mean, dark and cold, and you know, I sit in the truck, I guess, and waste time or whatever. You know, and I'm of the mind that, you know, I'd like it to be light out as early as possible. I mean, I want to get up and start doing stuff. I could do stuff around the house. I could, you know, farmers obviously would be up and about and having lots to do. And then in the evening, you know, once you've been productive and you've done everything, you know, then it's time to start winding down, you know. But in today's society, and this whole time change thing, this whole daylight saving time thing is for the benefit of people to go play golf in the summertime until, you know, 9 o'clock at night or whatever. I mean, we actually steal the light from the morning and we give it to the night, to the darkness. That makes no sense to me at all. Absolutely no sense at all. But that's the world we live in, honestly, and I hate to be such a pessimist. But that's the world we live in. We don't want the morning. We don't want the light. We want it to be dark. You know, what's the Bible say? The light came into the world, but men didn't want the light. Men like the darkness, you know. Yeah, I would really much prefer it to be light out right now, first thing in the morning, as soon as possible. There are kids here at the bus stop, and I believe their bus stop is at 6:46 in the morning, just down on the corner here. So, you know, Friday at 6:46 in the morning, it was pretty much light out. But tomorrow, which is Monday, they will be at the bus stop at 6:46 in the morning, and it will be dark and cold. And how that makes sense to the powers to be and the politicians who make these, you know, stupid things. I mean, this is just a long instated, I don't know if you want to call it a tradition or whatever you want to call it, but we just go along with it. We just keep the status quo, even though it's idiotic. And the powers to be refuse to change it. But, you know, and I would say there's probably a 50-50 split as far as people who, you know, think that daylight savings is a good idea and enjoy it and want to keep it. And then the other 50% who realize that it's asinine, it's ridiculous to keep changing the clocks back and forward, and to, you know, sacrifice daylight in the morning for more daylight in the evening, even though the days get longer naturally. You know, they just get longer naturally. So, you know, in the middle of the summertime, instead of being light out until 9 o'clock at night, it would still be light out until 8 o'clock at night, you know, but that's not enough. So we just continue with the status quo. But anyway, folks, that's just my little rant on daylight savings. And put a comment down in the in the comments below if you enjoy changing the clocks twice a year, and you enjoy losing an hour of sleep in the springtime, and getting up when it's dark and cold out. And another problem is, before you get off to work and the sun would already be up and getting up higher, and you can drive and the sun is not in your eyes. I guarantee you tomorrow morning people will get up and be off to work, and it'll be just getting light out or dark out. And when they get onto the highway or wherever they're going, that sun will just be coming up and it'll be right in their eyes. And of course, there's a 25% spike in auto accidents, heart attacks, strokes, all these things. So yeah, I think it's a pretty idiotic thing that we do, daylight saving time, because like I said, I don't think we're saving any daylight. Anyway, folks, all right, that's all I got. So thanks a lot for watching The Gardener, and I'll see you again next time, and hopefully it will be light. All right, bye-bye.